Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bosk's Bounty video. So you probably will be aware that there was a Hasbro Star Wars live stream today, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at all of today's reveals for the vintage collection. We're going to be going through all of the high-res images, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts. So if you do happen to enjoy the video, hit the like button down below and also subscribe if you are new. Okay, so lots of good stuff to go through, some of which was previously pipelined, so we knew it was coming, but it's still great to see the actual reveals nonetheless. However, there is also one reveal that we didn't know that was coming, and also some pipelines to go through as well. So I'll start with the Return of the Jedi reveals, and first up we have Darth Vader. Now this figure makes use of the Dark Times Darth Vader sculpt, so naturally looks amazing. This version has a swappable hand to recreate that time when he gets it chopped off, and of course it has the three-piece helmet, which I think they've actually done a really good job on. You can't really see the seams on this one. It seems to sort of be put together quite well. Emily on the stream actually demonstrated that, so this has always been a bit of an issue on previous Darth Vaders where you have the removable helmet, so I think they've actually improved that a lot. Not only is the figure great, but the card back for this one is already one of my favourites. Such an iconic scene from Return of the Jedi, and for me it doesn't get much better than this. Just an awesome card back to have in our collections. Next up we have Admiral Piet, and I'm pretty sure that this is an all-new officer sculpt and will therefore no doubt be used many times in the future for other Imperial officers, something that I'm all for. Now when they first showed the portrait of this figure on screen, I was actually blown away with the likeness. I think they've absolutely nailed this one, especially when you consider that it is a 3.75 inch figure. They brought up the issue around his rank insignia and have decided to respect the source material of Return of the Jedi, and they've gone for the 3 on top, 3 on bottom sort of rank insignia, which means Piet has actually had a demotion from his promotion, if that kind of makes sense. The figure has the all-new barbell hips, it has all the modern articulation, I believe he has the rocker ankles as well. The only minor complaint I have for this one is the hat being removable, and therefore because of that it is perhaps a little bit oversized, but still a great looking figure. And once again they've absolutely nailed the card back. The image that they've chosen is awesome, I love it. You've got the Death Star in the background there, and of course they're making use of the red name pill and panel, which makes it all feel very Imperial. Next up they revealed Han Solo from Endor, which they said is a partial tool. Apparently it's all new from the waist up. Now I've got to be honest, the first image they showed for this, I was worried, I really was. I thought he looked a little bit overweight, and I thought the head sculpt looked a bit more like Corey Feldman from the Lost Boys. However, as they showed more and more images of the figure, it did look better and better as it went on. Not perfect by any means, but a huge upgrade on the version that we do currently have. Now due to the fact that they are using the existing legs, it does mean that he won't have the barbell hips or rocker ankles, but as I say, it is only a partial tool, so we've kind of got to live with that. But he certainly does look less scrawny like the previous versions, and I think that's got to do with the upper torso being more in scale. The head sculpt and portrait look really good for this one from some angles, not so good from others. Once again they have knocked it out of the park with the card back image. You've got Han Solo there shooting from the hip inside the Endor bunker, and it's just another great Return of the Jedi card back for our collections. And to round out the Return of the Jedi reveals, they did reveal the repack of Weequay. Same figure, same card back, but now has the 40th anniversary logo for all you variant collectors out there. This for me is a smart reissue. It's a tough figure to find on the secondary market. Well, not tough to find, but you know what I mean. It's expensive on the secondary market, and I think a lot of people are going to be happy that this one's been reissued. Moving on to Clone Wars related items, they announced the correction of Hauser from the Bad Batch. Now this is exactly the same figure that we got in the 4-pack with the incorrect name of Captain Ballast. They've just renamed him Hauser to match up with the source material. And it's just a shame that this figure is taking up a slot in the main line, because it's basically just a repaint of the Captain Ballast, and they're using the old VC-45 Clone Trooper body. So, bit of a shame this one, but it's just there for the correction. And talking of Clone Troopers, we got to see the all-new Phase 2 Clone Trooper, which I think looks awesome. This is definitely one that I was looking forward to seeing. And just look at how much they have improved the proportions on his body. No more ridiculous skinny legs, which is something that's always bugged me. The helmet does still look a little on the large side.
That's what she said.
But nowhere near as bad, in my opinion, as the current crop of clones that we have on that VC45 body. In some of these images, it could be mistaken for the Black Series version. It really does. Now, the figure has all of the up-to-date articulation, including the barbell hips, rocker ankles. He has everything. So this is the definitive clone. I'm really happy with it. It just worries me about how many I'm going to want to buy to create a little clone army. In terms of the card back, as predicted, they went with a scene from Andor, and therefore it also displays the Andor logo. I'm really happy with that. I think it looks cool. I'm sure we'll see plenty more from the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith in the future anyway. In fact, they've already started. They revealed the first 4-pack army builder set that will use the new Phase 2 sculpt, and they've opted to go with the 212th Battalion, and man, do they look good. So this set has 3 regular troopers or grunts and Waxer from the Clone Wars. Now, Waxer has a little insignia and kill scores on his helmet and on his shoulders, plus he has the bald-headed head sculpt underneath the helmet. I guess the only negative about this set is if you are going to be buying multiples to army build, then you will end up with multiples of Waxer, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. Still a great set in that now classic white box with the simple artwork. They also revealed another pack refresh in the form of Starkiller. Again, this one was pipelined. We knew that this was coming. Pretty much everything about this is the same as the previous release. Maybe a hint of photoreal deco, but that's about it. Now, as confirmed with my interview with Hasbro MCM London, they have used the same card back and number. So essentially, pretty much the same release. Moving on to some of the pipelines, and the first one that they revealed was going to be a Luke training with Grogu from the Book of Boba Fett, and I believe that this is going to be a deluxe. I can't remember whether they actually said that in the live stream, but from what I know, this is going to be one of those deluxe ones. We also got the Obi-Wan and Vader 2-pack reveal or pipeline, which is a new expression, a 2-pack for the vintage collection. They didn't mention whether it's going to be carded or not, but you know, definitely expect more of these 2-packs to come. Mando Speeder, which is another one. I think we've all had that rumoured, and a pretty obvious one because it's just a repaint of the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. So that's something to look forward to. And the best one of the bunch, they announced that in the pipeline we are going to be getting the N1 Starfighter from The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, which is going to be good to get a new vehicle in the vintage collection. So awesome. Other than that, they revealed another prototype retro figure, which for me just need to stop at this point. I really can't stand these. And this time they're using the Mandalorian sculpt to create that sort of Skittles effect figure. Plus a pipeline of what looks like a Book of Boba Fett retro wave. So all you retro fans can look forward to that. We also got to see the Black Series Scout Trooper wearable helmet, which I know a lot of people have wanted for a very long time. And yeah, it looks great with the flip up front and everything. I might have to get one of these myself. So what about the special announcement? Well, unfortunately, it was nothing to do with a future HasLab or anything like that. It's just that Hasbro will be attending the Star Wars Celebration in London this year, which is good for me because I will be there to report on all of the news and reveals. Alright then guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of all today's reveals. For me, I think it's been a good day for the vintage collection. Lots of cool stuff to come, some awesome card backs, some awesome figures. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.